Good morning, this is Jack and Charles in the Market Crypto, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Monday, the 16th of March. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of daily learn from it, transfer it to your own charts, and I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at ctmcrypto.substack.com. It's published on YouTube after a delay of 3 days. Right, I just wanted to have a quick look at the last couple of bear markets here. We've only got data back for the last two. This captures part of the previous one. But basically, high to low, on Bitcoin here, this was a triangle. Actually took a couple of years to form, but the high to the low took a year. The bear market really covers the whole of this triangle, and really took about 2.5 years. So, but high to low, that was a year on Bitcoin. Here is the next bear market, and high to low, that took another year on Bitcoin. Bitcoin high was, I think, in October. There's no particularly obvious reason to think that this has actually changed. The other thing also is this: high to low. Remember, this is a log scale chart. We went from first one. We went from about 20,000, and we got down to about 4,000. So that basically dropped 80%. Here, we got up to 72, 1,000 or so, and we got down to 15. So again, we're dropping over 75% here. Here, it hasn't even, it's just about halved from the high, just over. Is there any reason to think this bear market is over, given that we're only 5 months out from the high, and we've only dropped about half? No, not really. So it may be that the bear market is over, but you can see here, these took a while, these formed patterns. This was a beautiful bull flag channel. This was a lovely triangle. There's no reason to think this has stopped yet. And I know a lot of people are talking about it, and that's because they're always talking about that on Twitter or whatever. There's no historical reason to think that actually it's finished yet, or that we're close. We'll see. All right, great. Let's have a look at Bitcoin on the daily chart, and obviously we're seeing a bit of a rally here. The declining resistance isn't that close. That's at about 80,000. The weekly middle band is at 82,801. Nice little rally here, but and this could be it for the bear flag. We'll see. Looking at where is the daily chart here? All right, okay, sorry. Right, looking at the daily chart here, we've obviously made it back up to the daily band. We've made it back up to the 50 DMA and are slightly above it. And in terms of actually forming a flag here, we've got a nice looking conventional flag here. I haven't drawn in the trend line yet. I want to catch this high when we do, and see if we can get a decent trend line out of this. But actually, this is a pretty standard, pretty nice looking bear flag at the moment. All right, looking at Solana. Solana, we've got nice chart on the weekly, nowhere near the weekly middle band at the moment. On the daily chart, we have got back up to the declining resistance here, and at the moment, this is where it was when I was recording the bigger picture last night, and it's still there now. This is a very obvious point of failure for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that the trend line is not far above, just above 95, and also we've got this low here from April last year. Almost a year ago now, which was 95.24. So this is a significant established level. So if this is a bear flag, which I think it is, this is very much not necessarily the only point of failure, but I mean it's a significant, obvious point of failure. And we could see a reversal directly from here. Looking at Ethereum, Ethereum on the daily chart, nice rally here, back over the 50 DMA. In terms of the flag, we have a nice looking flag. We don't have, I haven't marked in the resistance trend line here, but chances are it'll be okay. And this is a pretty nice looking flag, which is, I've been seeing people saying, we've had a couple of weeks, and we have had a few weeks, and we've had some rallies where this is a rally where we're seeing bullish action, where the last week's closing above the previous one, then, but I mean, the fact is that's what we always see in a rally. that's what a rally is. And a flag is a shallow counter-trend rally, and well, that's what we're looking at. Chances are this is a flag. So we will see. We're at an obvious point of failure on Solana. I'm wondering whether we might see such a fail here. If not, we could go a bit higher. I'll be wondering about these declining resistance trend lines on Ethereum and Bitcoin. On Ethereum, I've got that at about 2,600-ish. Looking at Bitcoin, I've got that in about the 80,000 area here, and we could make those. And if we did make those on Solana, then this would be a this would be a breakup, and we could be forming a bottoming pattern for a larger rally. We could be doing that in any case now. I'm wondering about that. We will see. But in terms of the bear flag, in terms of the overall bear market, I'm leaning towards it lasting really another 6 months at least. And historically, that has been the way it has been. Now, that could be different this time. It could always be different this time. But to be honest, I don't think the prospects for equity is too great. And I have made an observation on one of these charts that when you have equities falling, and we may see equities falling quite a lot, any sharp decline on equity indices takes Bitcoin down with it. That's what I wrote at the end of December in 2024, and that remains true. So we will see how that goes. But if we do see a big decline on equities, chances are Bitcoin will fall with it, and then that will give us a bear market more like the previous ones I've been talking about. All right, great. In that case, I think that's a wrap. Everyone take care, and I'll catch everyone tomorrow. All right, cheers.